And then the strange heat moved up her arms and shot through her body with so much force she had to grab onto the table. "Oh!" she cried. "What is it?" Carl said. "What's wrong?" "I don't know." He reached over and touched her cheek. "You're ice cold," he said. "No," she thought. "I'm burning up." But she let go of the table to touch her own face and realized he was right. She was red hot and ice cold at the same time. Then she was swept up by a terrible wave, as the two forces seemed to meet and clash, resulting in nausea so overwhelming Violet thought she must surely be dying. The nausea continued to build until she could no longer endure it, and the light began to disappear from her world. "Thank God," she thought. "Thank God I'm fainting." At last, she passed out, carried off in beautiful, blessed unconsciousness. Still, even in her blackness, she heard the voices of the men around her. "Are you okay? Ms. Epps, are you all right? Or maybe we should call an ambulance. Violet, wake up, Violet!" No, no, she thought. Leave me alone. Let me stay in this faraway place. And then another voice spoke to her. A woman's voice. "Don't be a coward. It's your moment." Violet opened her eyes, and the sickness compressed itself into a tiny, tight ball right behind her navel. She looked around the room, and it was as if the light had changed in a way that altered her focus. Everything was crisper, like she had just put on stronger glasses. She stared straight at Carl. With her new vision, he looked smaller, weaker. "There's my baby," he said, with a grin so condescending she wanted to spit. "She is okay," the maitre d' announced. "Thank goodness. Ms. Epps, is there anything we can get you?" Violet didn't take her eyes off Carl. "A loaded pistol." "What are you talking about?" Carl said. "Us. We're over." Carl turned to the general manager. "Maybe you should call an ambulance. Something's wrong. I don't like the way she sounds." "And I don't like the way you look," she said. "Violet, what's wrong with you?" She removed the napkin that covered her bag. "Don't get up," she said, as she reached in to give Walcott one reassuring pat. But as soon as her fingers grazed his warm body, the hot sparklers returned to her fingertips and sent a charge of static to the unsuspecting animal. Yet something more than electricity passed between them. The knot behind her navel shot from her like a bolt and split in two, zapping the dog and the guest book. Immediately, the room seemed to soften and change. Walcott growled. "Is that a dog?" the man in the suit asked. He's very docile," Carl said, reaching across to give him a pet. Before he could make contact, Walcott jumped from her bag to the table and sunk his sharp little teeth into the artist's fingers. "Fuck!" Carl said, and pushed the dog right into his scotch, which knocked over. Violet quickly slammed shut the ancient, leather-bound guest book to protect it. Walcott released Carl's hand, leapt from the table to the floor, and ran, scurrying around chairs, past customers and between waiters, as he headed for the door. "I'm so sorry," Violet said to Barry Beeman and the maitre d'. "Walcott!" she shouted. And before anyone could notice, she slipped the guest book into her bag and ran off after him.